Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Episode, what is it, 18 or 19? I forget what I put down, but I think it's close enough. That being said, oh yes, it is 19, yes. Welcome, everyone. Yes, back to Season of Ghosts. Near the end of a great chapter as this journey has taken the party far. How about we get a recap for what happened last time? Who wants to do it this week?
Okay, I can hop in.
Go for it.
There we go. I had to mute YouTube. There we go. Okay. In the abandoned Tansugi Monastery, we had cleansed the main level of monsters and restored all the primary shrines. The last one for us to do was the statue of Pharasma, who had been beheaded, and we'd found her head in the boughs of the Tansugi tree. Yodan used his alchemical talent to reattach the head very skillfully, and the ghost of Shihui, the founder of the monastery, returned once more to speak to us and suggested that this loop may be different due to an outside force, because we're in a time loop apparently. We know of such a candidate who might be this outside force and realize we should probably speak to him again if/when we get home safely. Descended into the catacombs beneath the monastery, where we were assaulted by a fallen monk and 3 fox-like hellhounds. After defeating them, we then found an undead man chained to a wall, who was a wandering thief who got caught up in Kugaptee's corruption of the monastery when he took shelter in a storm, and was imprisoned there and turned into an undead along with them one day. He's been trapped there for many, many years, vaguely retaining awareness from one cycle to the next. And instead of slaying him, Yuga attempted to convince him to pray to Pharasma, believing that the man acted as though he still retained a soul. And once the time loop is broken, perhaps his soul would be released from undeath. The party freed him from his bindings for now and allowed him to at least go outside the monastery, though there's really not anywhere that he can run to since we're all closed in by fog. We descended deeper, and ghosts descended deeper within the monastery with great apprehension. Coming to a massive chamber, there were tree roots curled toward a bloody pool in the center of the room. And the tree was like dripping blood, like it was sap, or at least it looked like it was. And Shin Yue, the trader monk, who was waiting for us. And this was the first time in the time loops that we had ever succeeded in reaching her. As she prepared her Nindoru monks to assault us, the ghost of Shihui appeared and destroyed them, leaving only Shinyue herself to fight, which we did. But once she went down, she got raised again as an undead, along with, well, all of these other... How do I describe them?
Gangly armed, sort of starving Nindoru, that's all they seek is sustenance that can never sate them.
So now we're fighting for our lives to put an end to what's going on down here. We're in the middle of the battle.
As you are. So, we're gonna get back into things here. Everyone take your hero points. Shugo, you need yours. Yuga, we'll start things off with you. The divine nimbus that's slew or helped slay Zenue still sort of rains down its scintillating, rains.
Yeah, I have this white fluffy cloud that's kind of raining down sanctified water. It's currently over Shugo. And with a sustain action, I'm going to move the cloud actually here.
Okay.
Just so we can see it in chat, since it's been a while. And also, can I... Oh, you moved it for me. Thank you. I was like, where's the thing to do that? Yeah, you know exactly what I was doing. You know exactly what I was doing.
You were hovering over and said here, so I moved it for you.
Yeah, thank you. Huge time saver. Yeah, I move it over these 3 Nindoru over here that are by Shugo.
Throw it out the chat for me. Oh, there it is. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
All right. Lagging for me. they each will make a reflex save. And as each of them do, they're all able to avoid the rain sort of hunkering down in their small forms. Even so, each of them will take half damage, and, well, it hurts quite a few of them.
Since that was a sustain, there's only one action.
Mm-hmm.
So I will... Okay, I don't think these are undead. I'm going to divine... I'm going to try to divine lance the near-death one.
Okay. The one that was rained on the hardest, or at least has been already bitten or slashed by Shugo. Let's see what you can do against them. Cosmos light shines even in the darkest of places. That will be a critical.
How much does it explode?
Quite a bit, actually. That's 36 or 28 points of damage. I swear I can do math. But they are just cut down by that.
Now activate Death's Call.
They are level 1, or level 2 for the purpose of that.
Take
but
what I can
not
get.
Undead.
And that's a full turn. Next.
Okay, that one just died, so Shugo, we go over to you.
Alright. Well, as an action, I'm going to try to bite this one north of me.
Okay.
If I can take it out of the fight.
Well, probably will with that. As you snap your jaws closed upon them. 22 points of damage. Unfortunately, not the best damage rolls. They are not dead from that, but will make a fortitude save. They critically fail it, in fact, but there's no crit fail effect, just slowed 1.
Well, I'm going to try to claw them just to get them out of the field.
Certainly. Another 9 on the dice. That will definitely do it. Roll the damage. If you slash one more time into them, 9 is enough to cleave them down.
And third action, I'm going to Assurance Trip the one next to me.
Okay. These guys are quick on their feet, but you are quicker. Just send them to the ground.
I learned I could do this last time.
Mm-hmm.
That's all 3 actions.
So as they're sent to the ground, that one will immediately try to hop up. Get me out of this!
And I'm going to bite.
Okay. 8 on the dice. Will definitely.
Plus
Well,
2. Oh,
yes, that still is it. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Quite a bit of damage, a good chunk out of them, but they're able to sort of get up, and as they do, they reach a hand down, strangely down their mouth, and pull from their stomach a bone club. And as they wield that, they are going to try to slam it into you here. 4 on the dice, though. They definitely critically miss that, not even needing to roll that concealment. And let me see, after the strike, he's not able to strike you with it, so he can't do that. He's going to go for a bite as... Wait, no. He wouldn't even get this. Never mind. Ignore that roll. 1 action to get up. 2nd action to manifest the club. 3rd action, struck and missed. Alright. Bows in.
Alrighty. This one right in front of Leodon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use 1 action to use, and my other 2 to cast Silver Needle Darts.
Okay. So you've learned previously the Nindoro burn in contact with silver. That does hit.
Awesome.
And it does pretty good damage. More, even with the weakness.
And that's my turn.
Leodon, a few of them are scrabbling at you in front of you. Oh, and Bowsin, you do have the bleeding going on there. You don't need to press it yourself, it'll automatically roll it at the end of your turn. Take the 10, roll recovery.
Right then. I'll aim for the one that's right next to Shugo.
Okay. Weaker one. Looking for a shot in there. 5, but these guys are fairly weak.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember if I reloaded last turn or not, but I probably did.
We'll
so I'm
consider
going
you
to
loaded.
Alrighty, I'll shoot.
Definitely hits. Quick and easy shot in their direction. It does 15 points of damage. Hurts a lot.
Right then. I will reload and I think that probably was a free action stratagem. I'm going to start moving.
Okay.
By start moving, I mean take one step north.
Alright, good enough. So, going on to this one here. It is quite angry at Yuga. It's going to trample over Minako and go for Yuga here. As it's rushing up, it sort of stuffs another hand down their gullet and pulls out a bone club from it to wield. And goes for a strike as their third. As they slam the bone club into you, it shatters in their hand, though it seems like many of the Nindoru weapons, it just continues to hold its form, sort of floating pieces, even after being broken. That'll be their turn. This one here is going to go for Liao Dawn here. They're going to also manifest their bone club. And actually, as their second and third action, they're going to cast Phantom Pain on you, Liadon. Roll your will save as they're shoving their hand down their gullet. You're feeling that pain of something sharp in your stomach. But 27 against their will DC, that is still a success, but not a critical one. Take full initial damage here, which will be 5. Not that bad. Now going to this one in the back here, it's going to quickly rush around the side of Yuga, also manifesting their bone club. New one, there we go. And they go for a strike quickly at Yuga. As they get around the side here, Yuga, you're again not able to defend yourself too much as the bone club slams into you, shattering into that broken form. That'll be their turn. Yuga.
That's nothing I can't handle. All right. So, first action, sustain the thingy, and I'm going to move it down here. Let me just get that in chat again for easiness. Only going to affect the one this time, but hey, do what I can.
Okay. Be rushing it over them. Pretty good roll there. And they roll a natural 1. So...
Okay. Okay.
As the rain's
All
nimbus
right.
focuses on this one, it basically just melts underneath the barrage of spiritual energy. And, yeah, that's double damage on them. That's, them not surviving.
Could have used that earlier. And here you go, Baosin.
Okay, quick heal to Baozin. As you're healing Baozin, let's go to Shugo here real quick. What are you doing, Shugo?
I'm gonna move in here to support Yuga. I'm gonna try to get rid of the injured one first.
Mm-hmm.
Nice little chomp.
So chomp there. That's a crit, exactly. For 38 points of damage. Yes, you rip them to shreds in your jaws.
It's like a dog shaking something violently.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one.
Natural 1. As you quickly swipe over to that one, Yuga gets in your way.
That's 3 actions.
Okay.
I'm good at that.
So, we go to Baozin. Only one remaining.
Alrighty. Nudge. Yeah, let's go with Nudge Fate to add to my attack roll and to decrease his AC. Then
Okay.
Needle Darts.
And these darts forth. Unfortunately, they miss by 1.
That
though,
would hit.
That would hit because of your nudged fate, in fact. Even
Awesome.
so. Deals 9, total of 14 because of the silver. Anything else?
That's my turn.
Okay. And Liao Dong. How do you take the bleed there?
Right then. One more for the road. I first where's stratagem? And I just shoot my crossbow at the remaining one.
Okay. That'll be a crit. Leading the shot through your ally straight into its target. That one is slung backwards by the powerful force of the bolt and lies dead. And now, as all of the fiends have been dealt with, and you stop bleeding. The room all around you all, without a moment's notice, begins to shake. And a roar rips through the cavern. A shimmering form, made from bloody mist and shadows, coils up from the center. I believe we have him here.
Ugh.
What seems to be some shadow of Kugaptee himself apparates in the center of the cave above that bloody pit, reaching out with multiple arms and demonic heads atop coiling stalks. But then, a moment later, the entire cavern suddenly seems to shrink around you all. A sense of vertigo, as if suddenly being lifted into the air, causes stomachs to lurch while the surrounding roots grow smaller, but more numerous. And as the roots grow smaller, more numerous, like coils of rope, they begin to wrap around that form of Kugaptee, shrouding it and cutting off the roar. And as soon as it all happens, you find yourselves in a cramped, root-filled cavern, barely large enough for you all to stand in. No sign of Kugaptee's fingers remain, no sign of that bloody pool. Xinyue's dead, human body and her gear lies on the ground, finally at peace within these roots.
Okay, I'm still going to move that sacred nimbus over the spot where I feel like the pool was, because this is traumatizing, and I just have to watch it rain.
As
That
the
freaked
rains
Yuga out.
essentially fill this tiny little pocket of roots and cavernous structure here, which you're all cramped into now. It seemingly brings a bit of peace to you all. The stairs leading up are still behind you, though they don't seem as foreboding and large as before. Maybe barely a 10 or 20 foot or 20 step ascent back to the surface.
Well, Shugo's gonna move. He's gonna get out of here. This place isn't big enough for them.
That sounds really good to me. I want to see the sky.
Okay.
He will quickly shove that blade into the back door.
Easy enough. So, as you all head back up to the surface here of the monastery, it is quite a different visage before you. Where there was once much decay and darkness, there is now life. There are birds chirping above. The trees seem to now have, boughs of leaves upon them. You can even see out from the door the Tansugi tree itself, in full bloom, its branches spreading wide over basically the entirety of the monastery. And as you guys step out towards the tree, Jihui manifests before you. Oh, you've done it. I can't quite believe it. It's been so much darkness again and again, hopes dashed once after another. And now, finally, you come along. And you set things right.
As she's talking, Shugo's gonna look up and try to see beyond the monastery. Is the Wall of Ghosts still there?
The Wall of Ghosts seems to have vanished with the vanishing of Kugaptee's influence.
We did it then.
No, unfortunately. This realm that you find yourselves in, that we all find ourselves in, does not collapse merely with the diminishing of Kugaptee's influence. We are still trapped here. Trapped still in a cycle. But at least Kugaptee cannot influence this place any longer. He cannot spread his tendrils of corruption within. He cannot summon monsters and all sorts of hideous creatures within. No Nindoru, no faceless creatures. Nothing of the sort, at least from him.
The nightmare definitely isn't over yet, though. Winter's coming, and we've lost a lot.
That is true. But as you are preparing for winter, you should focus on that. Do what you can to prepare for it. But when winter comes around, I recommend looking into the many tomes found here in the monastery. Take as many as you can with you, so you've found yourselves a bag of holding. Or rather, a spacious pouch. Sorry, that's from ages past, that word. But
Well, yes, we are holding a bag. I'm so confused.
We will take the collection with us when we leave and study it back in town.
study it only when you are prepared for winter, truly prepared. But nevertheless, the only way I believe that you will find a way to escape from all of this is to delve deeper. You must find your governor. You must find the one who caused all of this in their hubris.
How do we go about doing that, though?
That is what the books are for. The hidden library here has much to say about, well, moving your soul from one place to another. Perhaps you can find a way to break into another realm just like this one. The one where, well, your governor finds himself.
And what will happen here? Will Kugaptee be held safely here now?
In this realm, yes. Until perhaps the end of the cycle. But if the cycle were to repeat, all of this effort will have been for naught. All of his underlings will have returned to the cycle, to this mindscape.
So we must break the cycle then.
Funny that. As the Nindoru only want to break the cycle of souls.
We're not breaking the cycle of souls, we're releasing it, wouldn't we be?
Yes, this is a travesty
That makes
upon
more sense.
the cycle of souls, and in fact,
Kugaptee's tied things up in a knot. So we've got to untangle it then.
yes. Is there any other question you can think of? Otherwise, I must merge myself with the Tansugi tree and return to my duty of keeping the beast contained.
Will he be able to speak to you again if we come back?
You, unfortunately, will not. This is the final time I can apparate before you.
I'm honored that we were able to meet you.
I'm grateful that you have taken up the mantle of defending Willowshore. You may yet break us all from this cycle, from this prison that we are all in.
Shugo gives a solemn
Have
nod.
fun.
What happens if we don't break it? Are we gonna have to fight Kugaptee again?
Well, if you don't
Not that
break
we
the
break-
cycle, springtime will come, and at the end of spring, it all repeats again. You'll awaken upon that long summer night, or that beginning of summer, that festival. You remember it.
But we would forget everything we've done.
That you would. Which is why, now that things are different, that you have succeeded where others have failed time and time again, there may be hope for us yet. Here and now.
That's right. There's always hope. We can't let all of our effort go to waste.
Let's go. Let's gather some tomes. Figure out what we need to learn.
I will see you again, perhaps. Or perhaps not. But I will always be here. Whether it is here in this, well, realm or in where I hope we go back to, the real world. I will stand vigil. And for the purpose of it, you guys can acquire now the collections of the teachings of Sankochi, since you have the bag space to carry it all.
Shugo would collect all that stuff.
Okay.
Part of me was thinking about maybe trying to bring people back here, but I think that would be a bad idea.
Could be an awful idea.
Just harm people more by exposing them to Kugaptee's influence.
His influence will have waned. This is a safe place. But it is isolated, far from all the resources of your town. I would not recommend bringing anyone here, no. Though you will have to decide how you're going to tell the people what you have discovered here. For all they know, there is simply a wall of fog that prevents them from leaving town.
I didn't even consider that.
I don't want to tell anybody about the time loop.
I think it would cause harm if they knew.
Maybe
No,
if
be
there ends
cautious
up being
with...
somebody who's integral to breaking it, then we can let them in.
You may wish to be cautious keeping secrets. Especially if you have no way of answering otherwise. Why there's a wall
Oh.
of fog.
That's true. I don't really want to lie. We might have to tell them.
Maybe we'll need to think on this.
Tell them what they need to know. surviving for the winter so that we can free.
No, dude, you're cutting out. We can barely hear you half the time.
Sorry. We tell the villagers what they need to know, but not too much. We don't want to worry them. We want to be ready for the winter so that the four of us can study, the four of us can figure out how to free the second. That's going to be difficult if we have to spend most of winter taking
Hmm. So, I will see you all again, perhaps, in another life. As she fades away into the Tansugi. And you all level up.
Woohoo.
Where'd Bozin go? Oh, there he is.
I was gonna say, I think he's hiding under somebody.
Yeah, after finishing up this conversation with one of many spirits that we've had conversations with lately, Yuga, the cleric of Phrasma, is just kind of has this kind of glazed over smile on his face. He just sort of rocks back and forth. He's just taking all this in some kind of weird sort of stride.
Well, it seems that now that you realize that all the souls here are outside of the proper cycle, you have even a greater purpose going forward.
Sure do.
Even ours.
For the purposes of it, I'm going to bring you guys back to town, as I assume you'll head back to Willowshore soon here.
I do like that idea very much.
Alright. As you walk back along the Pilgrim's Path, this seems to be the wrong map. Which one's my right map? Here it is. There we go. As you walk back along the Pilgrim's Path, retracing your steps, you finally reach, well, sight of Willowshore. And as you bring yourselves back to it, people start to realize that you are returning. People sort of shout, "Hey, it's them! Look! Yuga, Hugo, Leodon, Balzin, all of them! They returned!" And quickly, farmers leave their fields, asking questions. Children rush up and ask what you found, what monsters you fought. And many people are sort of clamoring. Guards sort of rush off to tell others that, well, the leaders of the town, Old Matsuki and them. But for now, for right now, you guys, well, you've been on a long journey, so nobody will demand any answers until at least tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd probably like to hold like a sort of a town hall type thing or something.
Mm-hmm. So, that's what you tell people. People are, understanding. They'll come and meet you. At the tea house, right? Or just in the town square. Somewhere where we can all fit in.
Town square might be bigger, right? So,
Yes. So you plan to speak to everyone in town, alright.
That's not a good idea.
You don't think it's a good idea?
No.
Yeah, I'm with Sugar there. It's probably not the best idea to tell everyone about the horrible things we just saw.
We won't tell everything. We'll just kind of summarize.
Yuga, for the sake of the town and the village, no. Speak to the leaders first.
But Shugo. But if I was not involved in any of this, if I wasn't the temporary acting governor, and if I wasn't one of the people who went on the mission, if I were just one of the townsfolk, I would want to know.
Do you not wish to seek guidance from the elders?
Well, of course I do. Oh,
The ones that know the people better than you do?
okay. You're right. We might have to hold off on that and instead have a meeting with the elders in the tea house.
We don't intend to hide things from the people of the village, but we should come up with a plan first.
Thank you. I appreciate hearing other perspectives. That's how this town thrives. So yeah, that's
Okay.
not going to announce sort of a town hall in the square. We're gonna bring in the elders tomorrow,
Okay.
or the tea house. Then a meeting there.
So, for the purposes of it, I'd like you guys to go ahead and level up here now that you're back in town.
Awesome.
What should we put our experience to? Just 0?
20 is fine. And just for the purposes of it, if you are all leveled up, move your token to the other side of the river, just to signify. It's now done. You guys can also, of course, rest. Get your HP back and all that.
But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to spend some time to learn the spells and these scrolls.
Okay.
That'll be fun.
You will have plenty of downtime going forward. Okay. Also, should start throwing some things in the sale box. I will sell the treasure item for you guys.
Okay.
Okay, I don't think anybody was going to use that spell guard shield, correct?
I can't.
Doesn't seem so.
Can equip shields in theory, but I'm best with a buckler because I need like one and three optimally. Speaking of which, I should probably get around to fixing up that old buckler we've picked up ages ago because it's still broken.
Oh, yeah.
Wounding is just bleed damage, right?
Yep, wounding is bleed on crit, I believe. Or is it on crit? Or I think it's maybe just on regular. Let's see. You hit a creature, you deal 1d6 persistent bleed, yep.
Do you have any desire for that, Lydon?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
The wounding rune, it just does 1d6 bleed persistent on hit.
Oh yeah, I'll gladly pick that up actually. Gonna add more dice to my dice vomit.
You would have to replace whatever other rune you got, though.
I have a Bane rune currently, so
Where do we go when we're done?
Across the river.
I'll let you take that
Taco.
rune off then, or something.
already. I'm bad at remembering how to do rune things.
10% of the cost of the rune to transfer.
Alrighty.
Do we do shopping now, or do we wait on that?
You can do shopping now. Yeah, let's get it out of the way.
That sounds good.
Um,
I may need to borrow 33 more gold to get the rune transferred.
well, he has some. He's gonna distribute gold here in a minute, I think.
Yeah, here, let me distribute this gold right now until we get the sale box sorted. Since you guys have plenty of gold already in there. There we go.
Alright.
I don't really want to sell the rare items, but I don't really see us using them.
Anybody can use the hairpin, at least.
That's true.
It's a +1 diplomacy item. And causes concealment around yourself.
I feel like one of our squishier spell users should take that, honestly.
What does it do
Defensively.
again?
It makes you concealed with 2 actions. You become concealed for a minute, or until you move from where you are.
Also gives that +1 diplomacy.
Mm-hmm.
Which I would normally like, but I already have a +1 item bonus.
And, Lydon, don't you use a whip as well sometimes?
I do.
Well, the branch of the Great Sugi is a whip.
I completely forgot about that. I've been needing to actually snack that for myself.
There you go.
Did I mean to put that in the chat?
And take those artisan tools for brewing and serving tea. They're in the party inventory.
Fair enough. Now I have 2.
If you want to get rid of one, we can sell one.
One is sterling and the other one is just an artisan set of tools. Hmm.
Sterling is +1.
I forgot. Is this cape evil? Or does it represent
Cape
someone
of
evil?
Justice? No, it's not evil.
It's not evil, we just didn't find any use for it, I believe.
If you want it, have at it. If you think you can use it.
Yep, it has like a single action force bolt essentially, so once per hour.
Impress people. Applying a rune directly from the rune itself, does that cost money, or is that just
No, if the rune is on its own, it doesn't cost anything. It only costs the transfer.
Okay, in that case, Shugo's gonna get the +1 armor rune put on himself.
Are we still? Why do we have a silver ingot? Do we just want to sell that?
I think we had a silver ingot because you wanted to use it as a sort of an implement of sorts for your metal shard spell thingy.
You can just use silver points for that. So yeah, let's get rid of the silver ingot as well. Then again, could we silver Shugo's claws?
I don't believe you can put that on that sort of thing. No.
Not natural weapons. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use silver coins for my. So we don't need the bar.
You're very quiet again. Hold on.
We don't need the silver bar, because I use coins for my needles.
You
Okay, I
could
moved it to the
silver Liadon Sukung.
There's a silver the bolts though.
Eh.
Can you even silver ranged weapon?
Yeah, I guess technically you need to silver the bolts, but that's stupid. So, because it just makes them, like, it just makes it worse than a regular weapon made of silver. So I'm just gonna say that you can silver the Sukung and then it transfers that property onto the bolts. So.
Which reminds me, I need to actually refill my crossbow bolts.
Oh. Been going through plenty of them.
Gonna be buying 70 pieces for 7 silver.
Mm-hmm.
This artisan's toolkit, it doesn't specify what kind of toolkit it is. What is it?
I don't actually remember what that's supposed to be for.
That was a tea set. That was Lidon's.
Oh, Liadon's old ones. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So they can be sold, basically.
Yeah, let's get rid of that.
I'll take the hairpin because it's a good defensive tool.
Now you get to look fancy.
It's on a horn.
And there's just the wounding rune left for Lidon to pull off, and the Cape of Justice.
Yep, I already put the wounding rune on. You just need to edit the weapon to remove it, basically. Just... Yoink.
Okay.
I guess we're good.
Everyone have one more look at the sale box. Everything good there to sell?
Check. Did we uncurse that axe, or is that a different axe?
It didn't. Well, after Kugaptee's influence was dealt with, the axe doesn't give you that same weird feeling.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good then. Wait.
What was the Bane rune on it again? What was it towards?
Fiends.
Fiends, I believe, yeah.
We actually have one of those still.
Oh, there's an armored cloak. I might take that. Who had that before? Wait, can I even wear light armor? I'm a caster.
I don't believe
Yeah,
witches can wear light armor.
I think I don't have that before, and he got.
I only have unarmored defense trained, not light armor.
Yeah.
So I can't wear it?
No, you cannot.
Okay. I'm good then. Nothing in the cell box I need.
Alright, I'll do the tally here.
Same. I think I'm good.
928.2 divided by 2. 928 divided by 2. 464 extra gold. 464 and 1 silver. And everything gets sold. There we are. So I'm gonna distribute this one more time. And it is wheel day as you return to town, as you waken the next morning, and Shinzo is actually here. He usually gets here on a wheel day. I remember he has his shops in the center of the lake here for particular items.
Awesome.
Most notable, armor.
Yeah, not even a question. I'm gonna buy that. I just drag it into my inventory, right?
Yep, just drag it from his shop to your inventory there.
That price is listed as undefined.
Ignore him. Don't click on him like there. Click on these shops that are in the lake.
Oh, gotcha. Thank you.
Did he only have one armor room?
Yeah, I forgot to add multiples of the armor in. Whoops. Hold on. Let's see. There we go. There you go. Plenty of armor runes now.
Thank you. And I assume Leodon doesn't mind helping me apply that to my clothing.
Oh yeah, no. It's easy enough to apply. In rune
It will
form.
still cost. Oh, not the uniform. Yeah. It's like it's gonna cost money still. I'm like, no, it's not.
Nope. Just has a fancy new ring in the shop for his skill shop. But also, guys, just so you know, the town, as it's been preparing and sort of getting back to action here, it is a level 6 town. So if there's any item that you want up to level 6 and that is common, you can buy it as well. You don't need to be limited to these shops.
For all this time, I still feel so unknowing of all the level 6 items. Just-
Well, easy ones could be staves or wands for you.
that is a good point. I ain't gonna look those up.
Yeah, if you look on Archives and Ethos, they have like a rundown of the staves. Search PF2E staves. I believe there's a Staff of Cultism. Staff of Phantasms. Yeah, there's a lot of level 6 staves here.
Okay. Possible vision. Would it be better to get a staff with spells I already have or spells I don't have?
Spells well, you can only cast occult spells from the staves. It just depends on whether you find a staff that has spells you even want in the first place. Since a lot of these are going to be like not like always occultism based.
Oh, I found a fun little thing for myself.
Yeah.
I didn't even know this existed. I'm quickly gonna... this one.
Oh yeah, I thought to tell you literally today. I was like, wait a minute. There's something you should always be getting every single time you can get it. Insight copy, which gives you D8s instead of D6s for your strategic strike. It's kind of stupid that you need this item specifically to be functioning well as an investigator, but there it is.
This is awesome.
And it can also be Insight T for the purposes of our reflavoring of it. But yeah, you should always have that going every day, essentially. And
fair.
you can use your versatile vials for that.
Can I? I mean, it's an...
Alchemical.
It is alchemical, but doesn't my thing only work for... Oh, wait, that is an elixir. Right, I can actually use that.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of what makes alchemical investigators better than the other ones. Oh, I should make sure these clocks are shown to you guys, or rather these
I think I'm gonna go with the
Hackers.
accursed staff.
Okay.
It gives me temporary hit points when enemies fail against a spell that has the curse trait, and that's something I like to mess with.
Mm-hmm.
All the spells are occult. It has 2. I don't know what this is. How much does it cost?
250.
Ew. Maybe I shouldn't have bought that armor rune.
Mm-hmm. You can, if you want to like redo it, you can get rid of it.
Yeah, honestly, the armor rune's only +1, and that's good, but
You'll want it eventually, but if you think you can handle it without it, sure, yeah.
I'll survive, certainly. So it was 160. So I will just remove it from my inventory and give myself 160 gold.
Mm-hmm. And you'll be down to 10 gold, essentially, after you buy the staff.
$260, yeah, that's right.
You guys should also look into staffs. Very useful. Can be.
That's a very interesting idea. I have very little experience with them.
Basically, just give you a few extra spells that you can cast a little bit extra per day. Pretty nice.
Now, how do I get that?
Control space. Search it. Hold it in your inventory.
It didn't show up with that.
You don't get the query when you press
I
control
get the
space?
query, but it doesn't search items, it seems.
No, it does. When you type in accursed staff, it doesn't show up. Either way, I'll just give
Oh,
it
well,
to you.
now it shows up.
Oh, okay.
Can I sell
It
these
wants me to
extra-
look stupid.
Can I sell these extra potency crystals?
Yeah. Just throw them in the sale box.
I can unprepare days and prepare another cantrip because now I have days on staff.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's gonna get an extra 3 gold, basically. That's all I'm selling.
Okay.
I had so much trouble choosing cantrips because I was going to use most of them, and it's still been the case.
Are you using a new mic?
No. I had to do some updates, and I'm fighting my computer over the last week or two.
Yeah,
It
it
really
seemed...
sounds like you're moving away from your mic or something.
something like that. Yeah, you just get
Hold on,
quieter.
how about this? Is this better?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how that works. I just rotated my mic because I think it has a directional setting.
I
see if
think
that
it's more something on the hardware side. I don't think it's how close you are, because it just keeps randomly dipping
Hmm.
and coming back up. We'll figure it out like later or something. Either way, just keep it in mind. So, if you guys are done shopping, move your tokens back up over the river.
Could we get those potency crystals? So,
Oh yeah.
sorry. That's like the last bit of gold I need to get something else.
Mm-hmm. So I'll delete them, give you guys 12 gold. There we go. And distribute. Okay.
I missed the +1 to all saves.
I do too.
Yep, after your journey, the fresh enlightenment seems to dwindle from your minds.
I may have to just like look into items and staffs and stuff in between sessions at this point. I think.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
I think I know too little about them.
Mm-hmm. I usually try to set up shops, but I didn't really have to do it in the early parts of this. But I need to set up shops for you guys, so it's easier for you to see, like, sift through a bunch of bullshit, because there's a lot of stuff out there that's just not great. But anyway.
There's a lot of stuff out there.
Mm-hmm. But move your tokens across if you are done shopping, and we can get going.
Should I add another spellcasting entry for my staff? Or is that...
So your staff will show, or should show up in your activations tab. If you have it equipped, I believe.
Aha! Okay, there it is. I do not have it equipped.
And maybe you have to, like, drag the staff into your activations tab. 'Cause I'm pretty sure they had this figured out at some point. Maybe it's a new feature anyway. Either way, I'm going to give you a charges section. Alt,
Okay, thank you.
intelligence. There we go. And as a 7th level character, you have 7 charges. And the rank of the spell determines how many charges it expends. So if you're casting a 2nd rank spell, it costs 2 charges from the staff. You just have to Staff of Curses, or whatever it's called. Yeah, it's at the bottom of your spell tab, your regular spell tab. And you can drag
Okay,
stuff
cool.
in there. Yeah.
I'll populate that.
Okay. Leodon, you looking at anything in particular?
I'm just browsing a lot of everything, but I don't think there's anything I can pick up.
Okay. So, with that being said, you all awaken to the new day and maybe do some morning shopping. But before long, quite a few of, or rather, Old Mitsuki and Granny Hugh arrive at the tea house here. With a throng of people outside wanting answers, seeing as you guys are wanting to speak to the elders first to discuss the matter, let me move you over onto the tea house itself. Shouldn't be nighttime. There we go. So I'll just drag you guys inside.
Oh, hey, look, the zombie from before. He found us already.
Matsu, the chef,
Giggle.
and Yami, the cat, still prowls about this place. Still, like, even larger than you saw before, like a Great Dane size. It's a very big cat. At this point, it shouldn't be that big, but you guys have discovered why recently. Shumatsuki and Granny Hugh arrive as Shutani.
Small.
There we go. Regular sized. As you guys invite them in, there are throngs of people outside still shouting, "Well, what's going on? Are they gonna keep it from us? They can't hide it forever. Isn't there anything..." As the doors are slammed shut.
She closes the doors.
Well, that's quite the crowd out there. I hope what you have to say is some good news. But
Extremely good news.
Well,
words whispered in the dark are rarely good.
Well,
Pour some tea now. Let's hear it.
Yes.
there is definitely good news.
Well, what might it be?
All right. So the monastery had been corrupted. That's why we were able to leave it again after we'd gone in. We fought this awful, like, great, terrible Nindoru-ish thing. It's called Kugaptee. Those of you familiar with old legends of the town would know about Kugaptee?
They both look to each other. You're telling us some Nindoru lord was buried beneath the monastery this whole time?
imprisoned, not necessarily buried.
That would explain the Tansuki tree. The power that emanated from it. Times that I've been there, I was struck by, well, what I felt emanating there. But no, we've never heard of this Kugaptee. That's what explains all of this? All the
Well,
monsters and...
It explains some of it, not all of it. The monsters and whatnot are definitely associated with Kugaptee, and that's why they were here. And that was what caused that big wall of ghosts around the monastery, was its presence.
Have you ever heard the story of Tansuiching?
Perhaps one of the monks I heard in passing mention it.
I give sort of a brief summary of the story of Tansuiching, how she, fought against Kugaptee and had to, sacrifice herself to seal it away. The version that everybody knows. Not everybody, but anybody who knows the story would know.
Yes. Well, that would explain a lot of things. You dealt with this Kugaptee?
Mostly.
Yes.
Or you've at least prevented more trouble for us. As I am hearing you sealed him away once more.
In a matter of speaking, I don't know if it's possible for any mortals to actually destroy Kugaptee, but Kugaptee's influence from the beneath the monastery is gone. I don't know yet if that means he's gone from there forever, or if the seal needs to be maintained with the tree.
Well,
I'm no expert in this.
the wall is still up. There's still no way of leaving Willowshore. It seems
That's correct.
that sealing him away was not enough. The governor as well, he's not even returned. The manor's still gone.
And
with
that's
him.
the part that we were uncomfortable about.
Oh. You can tell us, or at least I know how to keep a secret. And if it is required of me for the betterment of the town, you can tell me as well, and I will keep it on my mind.
It's not that we're wanting this to be a secret, we're just wanting to consult you in the best way to reveal this information to everybody without causing a panic.
Well,
I was
Very well.
personally just going to hold a town hall and invite everybody and then tell them exactly what it is, but I think I was the only one who was okay with that.
no, you are right or rather, you are wrong to want to have had an open town hall with this information. Why not? All information should be open to our people, no matter how terrible it might be. Well, people sometimes can't handle the truth, old Matsuki. Perhaps you would understand that.
We were just worried about what people might do once they learned. It
Yes.
could have caused chaos. People could have been hurt.
Well then,
But it also
More
could
so
bring
because
people
the
together
next
and
step
make
is
them
critical.
work together toward a brighter future. We all work together hand in hand. Then we can break the problem.
well, what is the problem? Spit it out already.
Okay, so basically we are all trapped in a time loop that repeats every spring. Every spring, it all resets to the year prior. We all forget everything that happened. Everybody living, that is.
And this is the first time we've made it this far.
Way to pace yourself there, Yuga.
Thank you. I thought I did a great job.
They both look down, considering your words for a moment. Old Matsuki lifts a teacup, though his hand slightly shakes. Granny Hugh speaks first. That would explain why we can't leave, then, if we're stuck in a loop, in a cycle, as you say. Then, of course, the whole world wouldn't have been brought into it with us. We would have to have been separated.
We exist out of time.
But what of Shinzo, that merchant who is able to pass beyond? Nothing
We're
but
hoping
a
to interview him.
very powerful being could do something like that.
We agree.
We will be getting information from him. Do not worry.
We're hoping that maybe now that Kugaptee has been dealt with, he'll be more inclined to speak with us.
Old Matsuki sort of placed the teacup back down. This is something that is, difficult to tell the townspeople then. Very
But-
difficult indeed.
I think we can make this good, though. right? We've done better than the other cycles, allegedly. I think we can use this as encouragement to have them keep preparing for the winter, because we will break this cycle.
We don't have an answer yet, but we know where to find it. We just need time.
I suggest that you don't tell the exact truth. Tell them that you have found that we are cut off from the world. But don't tell them that we are in some sort of cycle. It doesn't change anything for their minds. No, we should tell people everything we know. We can't keep secrets from the people we're supposed to govern, to guide. If they don't know the whole truth, then they will not understand our wisdom.
What happens if they go mad, though? If they think nothing matters anymore, what prevents them from harming each other or stealing from each other?
Why would they think nothing matters?
Because for the last however many loops, nothing has mattered, because it was just reset.
But it's always mattered. Everything that everybody has done has mattered. Every time. I'm sure the villagers would see that.
I'm surprised you, Shugo, do not understand the place that a cycle has for the soul. Perhaps we do not remember past cycles, but it must have changed our souls, one way or another. Just as is taught in Sangpo-Chi, each cycle matters. I beg
Of course
to
it
differ.
matters.
If we have no memory of all the other years that we have spent within this realm, then this is the only one that matters. Especially if it is an unnatural cycle beyond the true cycle of souls.
Yes, we wish to break the cycle to return everybody back to how it should be.
You have heard from both of us. I think it should be kept a secret, and I think it should be told. But only as much of a secret as you can convince the people of. A half-truth, as it were.
As I was thinking, we tell them part of the truth, but not all of it. We can find a solution to break the wall, but we have to be able to do it by the end of next spring. If we can't, let's not get into what happens if we can't find a solution. We need to rally them. We need to get them to. We need to encourage them, not discourage them.
Leodon, I wish to know whether or not we have a majority vote or if we are still split 50-50.
I personally think that it obviously carries risks to tell the town people. Obviously, this is amazing news to them, but any future setbacks we might suffer will probably have the mood in town completely plummet at this point. I think the risks honestly outweigh the benefits in this case, but I'm willing to defer to you.
The risks, the
The risks of what? Telling the truth or telling the lie?
Telling the truth, I mean.
I hope that one of you is a good liar, then.
About that.
Yeah, that does play into the decision, doesn't it?
I am probably the best at that of any of us. And I just kind of give this big smile. I probably have a reputation for not being good at it.
They would never believe it. They'll probably never believe anything we say to them if we're telling a half-truth.
Then let's not even bother lying. And let's not bother telling the truth. But they want answers. Can't
We
give
have
them
to. We have to say something.
All right. We can tell them. This is what we can start with. We can tell about Kugaptee and the monastery. We can share the story. Remind everybody of the story of Tensui Jing. Anybody can hear that. I think remembering that story and then seeing how that all played out might bring some of them comfort. We can share that the ghost wall around the monastery is now gone, but the fog wall remains. We actually don't know how to break the big fog wall yet. What we do know is that this is going to have something to do with figuring out what exactly happened to the governor, as the governor appears to have been the one who set this all in motion completely by accident. Well, there were parts of it that may not have been accident, but the end result absolutely was unintended from what I believe. We have a place to start looking, more or less. There's a lot to do. We have studying that we need to do in the monastery. But before we can really do any of that, we need to make sure that the town's on its feet. The answers are out there. We have some of them, but we're not going to be able to really put a good effort at it until we've ensured that the town is going to survive this winter.
It is foremost upon our minds, yes. Your preparations, your insight into all of our activities and preparing our food and security is paramount. So I hope you spend your time wisely with the, a month and a half that we have until winter.
If I'm asked about what we know about the nature of the fog wall itself, I want to say that we can share almost everything. I want to say that we know that it exists initially as a way to defend against Kugaptee. And now that Kugaptee has been defeated, we can work on breaking that.
Very well. We'll go with that. It's enough of the truth that I think they'll not look for lies within. So you can just focus on bolstering spirits, first and foremost. So, they're waiting out there. They've all gathered in front of the tea house. They're expecting you to step through those doors and give them all an answer.
I think I'm ready for this if the three of you don't have any objection.
None from me.
None from me.
Good luck, Hugo.
Thank you. You've all been
Okay.
such wonderful friends. And I'll go.
Okay. You step through the doors with the elders at your side, and standing there before the crowd, you speak. So I'm not going to make you repeat literally everything you just said.
Everything that I literally just said.
So, sort of a flash from you doing the plan to you talking in front of the crowd, basically saying the exact same thing. I need a diplomacy check from you.
Please roll well so I don't have to go into further detail. Wah. Oh!
Okay. Does anybody want to aid that?
Oh no,
a
that's religion. What's diplomacy? Diplomacy is the same number, 15.
Does anybody want to
We're good.
aid on diplomacy? Does anybody have it?
Not with my +2.
I can definitely aid.
Okay. 9, total of 18, that's a +1. Well, that makes that a 32. The DC was 22. So,
Oh my
You-
gosh!
you give an excellent speech, and Leodon sort of is in the background there, giving you like notes here and there, reminding you to say something about this or that, and steering you away from other topics. Sort of the controller for the speech.
Ixnay on the I'm looped hey.
Mm-hmm. And with what you say, the people of the town seem very, very happy with what you have to say. Hope seems to bloom in their hearts after having not seen you for a while. You get +2 to your hope value in town
Oh
here.
my gosh!
And with the hope sort of burning in the hearts of the people, they rush off to go about their business in preparation for the winter once more, thanking you for what you've been doing and promising to pray at their shrines at the end of the day and have you in their thoughts as much as they can. And so, it is done. The others sort of nod to you and thanks and head off themselves as well, leaving you all alone at the tea house. Midday here.
Oh gosh, I can't wait until we can get the governor back so we finally have somebody who's qualified to do this kind of thing.
He has lost his qualifications to run this town, Yuga.
Well,
I think you've more than made up for his. Well, let's say.
I suppose that's a fair point.
So,
We should get back to helping the village prepare. Well, no, we need to talk to somebody first.
We sure do.
With that, you guys head back out of the tea house, and I assume head to the town square where Asahina Shinzo usually sets up his, merchandise there.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Good.
Is he still here?
Yes, he is right there. Let me, there we go. Ah, there you are. Just in time. I've returned with some new fine wares for you all. If, you're curious, have a browse around. Oh, and, how'd that, expedition of yours go?
We would love to talk about that. Do you want to come back to our tea house and talk in private?
Oh, I think whatever we have to talk about is fine just here. Nobody's going to overhear us.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Well, we did it. Kugaptee has been stealed away, ? Again.
Then, you are one more step towards your liberation.
That we are. I take it you had some reason for not telling us directly about these things.
I assume it got old telling us.
You now understand the cycle. Good. Yes, it's better if I don't give you all the information. It will steer you in the wrong direction. If you learn on your
I
own...
take it this has happened before.
No.
The
It
telling
hasn't.
us too early thing. It hasn't.
No. This is my first time being here.
What? Oh, I suppose it would. Yes, I suppose it makes sense.
What do you mean first time being here?
Well, I wasn't there for any of the other cycles.
Wait a minute, what do I mean this makes sense? Nothing makes sense.
Wait, so how do you know of the cycles as this is the first time you've been here?
Well, it's something you sort of learn when you deal with this sort of thing.
So have you come here to study what's happening?
No, I'm not here to study it. I am here to set things right.
We're not sure what you did, but we're grateful for whatever it was.
So far, I have not done all that much. I've been observing and aiding where I can. Though what I am able to do is limited.
So, you were able to enter this place. How? How do you leave this place?
This place, like many a demi-plane, can only be accessed by those who have the skill to hop across worlds, through dimensions, and such. I just so happen to have those skills.
Amazing. I hope that when things are peaceful sometime, I would love to hear stories.
Doubt that, you would, well, you would have the time to hear any of my stories.
At this time. Maybe once this is all over.
Maybe. Sure, once it's all over.
So, I suppose we need to find a way to get out of here ourselves.
Yes, and no. Get out of here and return to the material world? That is not your objective. Now you must delve deeper into the mind of Kugaptee.
Yeah. Wait, what? No.
We need to find the mayor. You're saying he's deeper in Kugaptee's mind?
Yes, he is.
No.
He has his own plane, his own slice of reality, just like yours, though deeper within. Though you have sort of learned this already, haven't you? You need to find him. Where else would he be?
I guess so.
But I advise against, well, hasty solutions. This town still needs to be taken care of. People still need to eat, they still need to be defended by what remains of Kugaptee's influence in the forests. Their hope must be bolstered.
They will need to survive to get to the end of this cycle.
Exactly. And if they cannot survive winter, all of your efforts, well, they may be for naught.
How did you learn of this place?
It is my business to know of places like this.
There are others?
Others, well, I would say other situations like this. Out of balance.
Shugo looks thoughtful.
Each one different in its own way.
Perhaps. Yes. But yes, I am here not to learn, but I am here on business. I cannot help you all that much, even though I have these abilities of mine, as I cannot directly interfere.
Is that not what you are doing already, though?
The raven on his shoulder caws. I'm not interfering.
Shugo looks at the bird and looks back at him. Of course not. You are not interfering whatsoever.
Yep.
Yes, exactly.
I just kind of gaze at the bird, eyes narrowing a bit.
The bird stares right back at you. Sort of cants its head for the moment. And you sense a bit of recognition.
Who are you? I'm clearly looking at the bird at this point.
It caws back at you.
That's a good answer.
Now,
Well, you go first.
I will continue to aid you when I can, provide you with equipment that you could not access otherwise, and I can advise you on your next courses of action. But I cannot change your course, and to give you new information would be to do so.
Wait. I just had a thought, but then I lost it.
Funny how that
That's
happens.
very relatable.
We have much to do here. We have a library worth of information to read through. And I guess we'll have to figure out how to move deeper on our own. You won't be able to assist with that?
The monks of Sangpot-Shi are very knowledgeable about moving souls from one place to another, as they are, of course, keepers of a cycle. Of course, they would understand the ways in which the soul moves within the cycle. You will find a manner to delve deeper. But as I mentioned, focus on the townsfolk first. When winter arrives, you will have plenty of time to do this research.
My thought came back to me. So you said this was a demi-plane?
Of a sort, yes. Not
So
the
are
usual.
Are we taking up a space still, physically?
No. You are within, not without.
So, is the normal Willowshore okay?
He smiles at you.
That seems like a really complicated question. From everything that I've seen and heard so far.
Perhaps,
Yes, I probably shouldn't have asked it.
perhaps the governor will provide that answer to you.
Yes, we will find him and speak to him then. This is all very confusing. Do either of you two have anything to add? Shuga looks to the other two who haven't really spoken very much.
No. Just
Nothing
listening.
particularly. I've just been listening along. Think about our future steps.
Let me know if you need anything. I'll be here every week. Like clockwork.
Thank you for doing that. I appreciate being able to see you. I look at both of them.
Mm-hmm. The bird calls once more. Now, as you guys have more questions than answers, there is still the baseline material matter of preparing the people of Willowshore for winter. So, if you guys do remember, you had options for doing either gathering of food or increasing security. Remember that you can either aid the harvest with farming, athletics, or nature for food, or you can aid in the hunt for fishing, hunting, survival, or nature. And security can be dealt with athletics, Willowshore lore, or performance, or you can reinforce buildings as well with architecture, engineering, crafting, or athletics. And of course, you can spend your downtime normally, as with earn income and such.
Shugo's definitely going to focus completely on helping the town here. He's not going to try to earn anything for himself.
Okay. So, for the purposes of it, let's make things easy. Type in chat what each of you is doing. Whether aiding with harvests, or aiding with hunts, or bolstering spirits, or helping reconstruct buildings. Let me know in the chat what you're doing so we can go through them easily here. Because there are about 6 weeks until winter time. Shugo is doing reconstruction. That'd be crafting or athletics for you.
So we do the roll now?
Yeah, go ahead and do it. I'll do it when they come in. But you guys can also type in chat as well. Okay, well, Shugo spending the week on the construction of things. People have been missing your strength, and you're able to sort of lift heavier objects, boulders, sort of pull boulders out of the ground where people are trying to reconstruct things, and timbers, and clearing rubble that's still been left behind very easily. So your check increases security by 2, in fact, up to 8. Oh, and also, since Hope got to at least 12 there, give yourselves 40 experience points for it. As the spirits of the people of the town are maybe afraid, but starting to see some hope in it all, especially after what Yuga mentioned earlier. Leodon, roll me your crafting, I assume, for that. Yuga, roll your farming. And Bowzin, let me know what you're doing during this time.
I'm figuring that out.
Okay.
I'm feeling very heroic today.
Still haven't used my art lore at all. I have no idea what we could do with that.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So, crafting...
Farm hero Yuga.
Mm-hmm. So...
Wait, maybe
Yeah.
increased reputation, or is that not one of the options?
You don't increase reputation directly, no.
Okay, that makes sense. Then, how can I increase hope?
Hope also is not to increase directly. You're basically only focused on security and food, because hope is like a little bit more ephemeral, you know? You can't really just like push people's hope up. But I will say you can aid townsfolk with art, I will say, because performance is another option for that. Like helping people relax after a hard day's work, keeping the town workers' spirits up by providing entertainment, that sort of thing, is good for security.
Oh, well, I guess Minako's doing it. Okay, let's try that then.
Mm-hmm. That'll
will.
succeed. So, security goes up by 1 from you. Leodon also increases it by 1, gets to 10. And Yuga, helping get the food rolling as well. +2 there. As a successful week comes to a close, coming around to the next week, sort of midweek, you all sort of decide to get together whenever Shinzo is in town to sort of catch up with each other. Easy enough to do it that way. But You guys learned yesterday, sort of late at night, excuse me, that there is one of the town guards who's known as one of Willowshore's most eligible bachelors. You hear rumors that he was cooking a late dinner at home an hour after sunset. People say he saw something outside of his window. He grabbed his sword and headed outside, ready to confront it. But he found something else that sent him fleeing. The brave guard. People have been whispering about this for a while. Nobody comes to you directly about it, but the man's name, if you inquire, is Ho Jiang Hui.
Getting that information, Shugo's definitely interested because he's still concerned about the security of the town at this point.
Okay.
And when the group is all together here, does anybody wish to go talk to him with me?
Absolutely.
Yes, I'll come with. Listen.
Well, may as well all go in that case.
Okay. So,
It'll probably put their minds at ease to see us working on it.
Ho Jiang Hui lives sort of in the northern part of Willowshore here, next to the tree line. And you all are able to go and visit. I'll just actually pull you all together for this. There we go. That's a lot easier. And the still sort of frightened guard steps out from his porch as it is coming to near sunset today. Well, I assume you're here about that ghost story. I was...
Yes, we are.
too embarrassed to ask you, especially after you've already dealt with so much. But that thing in my backyard, it's still stalking there every night for the past 2 or 3 days. And it's been getting closer, inching closer towards the house. So, I am glad you're here because if it inched any closer, I wouldn't be able to stay at home. For fear of my life. I know that thing has something bad in store for me. But I don't know why it's stalking me in particular.
Could you describe to us what you've seen so far?
Well, I first took it for a creature in a long dark robe. But it's this vaguely humanoid shape made of mist and smoke. And when it turned to face me, all I saw on the front of it was a featureless stone mask. It filled me with fright.
As described, does this ring any bells to Shugo?
You
What?
roll a religion?
I'm gonna let Yuga do that if he wants.
Absolutely, I'm in.
No reason I shouldn't come.
25.
Okay. So, you, Yuga rather, are able to recall stories of faceless ghosts. It must be, from this man's recollection, be a Dalgyal Guishin, a faceless undead spirit that wears a stone mask. They form from the souls of mortals who died a lonely death with no one to remember them, and is similarly unable to remember what it looked like in life. They remain jealous of the well-loved and famous individuals who are surrounded by close friends and admirers. People who would have never shared the same destiny as the Dalgyal Guishins.
I wish there was some way to learn of this being's identity.
Hey, I thought you mentioned that you dealt with the source of all the evils. What do you
The
think?
one that was bringing them in, yes.
What would bring such a spirit here? Strange.
Might not have been Kugaptee, I'm not sure.
Well, whatever has caused it to come here, I need it dealt with. It always arrives after sunset. If you'll stick around, I'll make dinner for all of us. I'm not as good as Matsu, but, it could be good enough.
You say it comes from the woods.
Yes, stalks from the dark of the trees.
Shugo's gonna immediately turn around and go outside to start sniffing around the back and looking around for things that might be of note.
Thank you.
Roll perception.
Maybe like a grave or something, maybe.
A what?
Maybe like a grave or something that might
Okay.
indicate where they're coming from.
Mm-hmm. No grave, just a standard backyard, no sign of it either. Nothing at all, in fact.
Can I make an occultism check to look for anything unusual,
Sure.
strange in a spiritual sense?
Mm-hmm. Okay. You... You're not sure what's going on here. It's actually even more strange that there is this spirit suddenly haunting this man. Especially after you've defeated Kugaptee and eliminated, essentially, his influence upon this realm. It seems as though this is a creature somewhere it doesn't belong. Or at least that's your esoteric best guess.
Creature that doesn't belong.
Shugo comes back and he just kind of shakes his head towards Yuga. I wasn't able to find anything out there.
Well,
I see.
if you wait long enough, it'll come back, and you can deal with it, I hope.
Yes, we will take care of it for you.
Alright, do you guys wait until nightfall?
That sounds like the
I'm
best.
good with that.
evening
Okay.
I think so, yeah.
in character now.
Well, it's about time. Come out, look. And as you guys step out here, I'm going to put you down and change the music up a little bit. Actually, let's do Deep Danger. Actually, no. I want this one. It was almost good for everything. Anyway. As you step out into the night here, birds are still chirping, their insects sort of, making their voices heard. And as you all step out, that's a little loud. There we go. Jianghui just sort of points. Look! In the forest! It's that mist, that smoke! And creeping out from the forest is this black and white mist and smoke sort of combining together in this many multi-layered sort of ghostly form. And as it passes from tree to tree, you get little image of it before it breaks the tree line and crosses the threshold into Jianghui's backyard. You see, as they turn their form towards you all, a frightful, faceless stone mask adorned on this otherwise ghostly, mist and smoky form. It wordlessly shifts its gaze from each one of you in turn, as if discerning. Then it ends up on Yuga. Its form immediately sort of lurches out forward, its claws long and slender extended towards you, Yuga. I need your initiatives as Hojianhui steps back. God damn it! Deal with the thing! It's coming right for us!
I was hoping we could find a better way to deal with this.
I don't think we had time to find a better way to deal with this.
Seems
I would have loved to spend time doing some research, but I think this is a rush.
quite unhappy with Yuga in particular.
Does this count as a +1 for my ghost scarf?
Yes, it is a
For a
ghost.
haunt.
Well, yeah, we can consider it a haunt, yeah. Your scarf billows in the wind. It's your 20 on its initiative. And with that, we will begin the encounter. You know what? I'm going to keep that music going. This isn't super intense. Yeah. It rushes forward. But actually, before it even does that, as it catches sight of all of you, and you all catch sight of it, you do have a sort of gut reaction of fear from its frightful presence. I need everyone to make a will save. Okay.
Oh,
So, Shugo, let's see actually, who actually does fail? 1 second. Leodon, you're the only one who fails, you're frightened 2. Everyone else is frightened 1 from his frightful presence. So I'll just put these out. There we go. There we go. And there we go. With that, it lurches towards Yuga, claws extended, and it will unleash them upon you. $18 on the dice, critical strike, Yuga.
okay.
Screaming out from the darkness. The creature lashes into you. As it tears into you, it also seems to sap your mind, seeming to tear at all that makes you charismatic, all that makes you a figurehead of the community. All the thoughts of caring for people, all the adoration of them are sort of torn from your mind, and it hurts, this process. I also need to note, as it strikes into you and senses those strong ties to your community, it only ends up in a jealous frenzy. Though it only gets the quickened
Cool.
action at the beginning of its next turn, it goes for another strike. Natural 20.
I'll miss you guys.
Anger continues and rips and tears into you, sending you straight to the ground. As it is peeling
one.
into you, as its claws are tearing at you, before any of you can even react, this thing just rushes into the field, tearing into Yuga, angrily bitter at his popularity. It then grabs Yuga's face with both hands and presses its stony mask against yours, Yuga. It peels away a duplicate onto its own head, and now you see a beaked, glass-wearing form, a stone mask still sort of, well, still. I need a will save from you, Yuga.
Okay. Here we go.
That is just enough. As you're falling unconscious, you tackle with the identity theft of this creature, but your mind remains stable. That also seems to immediately end their jealous frenzy. That'll be their turn. Yuga, you go before the creature, so you wouldn't be going next. As you went down by it, Shugo, your turn.
Let can you get him up?
Can do.
I'm gonna delay until after Leto.
Okay. They are done.
Right then. I'm gonna quick tincture myself up a little healing item.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna immediately use said healing item. I'm gonna need to change my grip for that. Give me a second. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
And gonna use my elixir of life.
And drop the elixir into his waiting beak. That would be a total of 18 healing to Yuga. Immediately come back to.
Oh, right. Roll. Roll that. Excuse me. Right. With that done, I use 2 actions, I believe. Which means I'm just going to go for a recall knowledge on the ghost.
Be a religion. You identify some new information about them, not critically, but what do you want to know? One thing.
Give me the resistance, because I feel like we already know the weaknesses.
Their resistances are to all damage except force, ghost touch, or vitality damage. Because they are a ghost, a true one.
Noted. That should be all 3 of my actions, though.
You go. Over to you.
Alright, well, Shugo is going to take advantage of Yuga coming back to consciousness
Mm-hmm.
and go to try to distract this ghost away from murdering his friend.
Sure thing.
I'm just going to do a jaw strike.
Brush up behind it, natural 20. Alright. Roll your crit. Spurred into rage by Yuga's sudden faltering, you're able to snap your jaws into it, and of course, because you're a spirit barbarian, I think you get the ghost touch effect.
Yep.
It also becomes enfeebled because of the vitalizing, and it rolls a fortitude save. For your crit spec,
makes
which
my
it
turn easy.
does succeed. Though now that persistent vitality sort of shoots through its otherwise ghostly form. Anything else?
I'm going to try to follow up with another attack.
Okay.
I saw the 20 again for a moment.
Yeah, unfortunately it misses.
That's all 3 actions.
Bows in.
Alrighty. I'm going to start off by targeting it with a fun little spell called Ill Omen. And I cast it from my staff.
Okay.
It needs to make a will save.
Struck with misfortune. 6 on the dice. It fails.
So,
First-
the first
Target attempts an attack roll or skill check. You must roll twice and use the worst result. Okay. And they
my
fail to save.
last- I get 2 temp HP,
Mhm.
and I'm going to place a Needle of Vengeance on it. So if it were to attack Yuga, it will have to make a will save. As for the Spinner of Threads, I will give an AC boost to Yuga.
Okay.
Thank you.
That is my turn.
Alright, Yuga, over to you then.
Yep. I'm lying prone, so I get up. It's an action.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I need to worry too much about spells. Like, yeah. Let me see what I got real quick. Right. Alright, so a 2-action offensive heal does nothing. 2 actions for offensive is just if you want range on it. However, if I go down again, this is bad, so I need to just... I think I need to just heal myself.
Okay. Quick heal to yourself. Vitality courses through your body, restoring almost everything that it ripped away. And yet, it is not done with you. still sees you as the main enemy. And as they're sort of like shooting their claws out towards you and mimicking your face, they try to, but it looks silly to you as they try to intimidate. They fail because of the misfortune effect, actually. And they're going to go for an attack roll, which is going to be a will save from them for the Needle of Vengeance. They critically fail Needle of Vengeance. How much damage is that now? Oh. Let me
Needle
see.
of Vengeance.
How much damage does it deal now?
8.
So it'll deal 16 damage to it, but it seems to take a little bit less of mental damage due to its incorporeal form. Still a lot, though. It goes for another strike. Map 5. This one misses. It will roll its save once more.
Was it able to hit me, or did the Needle of Vengeance interrupt it?
Oh, yes, sorry, I didn't do the damage for the first. There we go, 18 points of damage.
Roll the damage for his second failure.
Not that I want to be hurt.
Regular failure, 3 damage there. That's all it can do, as it failed to intimidate and is not bringing Yuga down anytime soon. It also takes a lot of vitality damage as it shoots through it.
Just roll 2 20s in a row, that'll bring me down.
Leodon.
Right then. Stratagem.
$16.
I'm changing my grip yet again.
Mhm.
And I'm firing the crossbow.
Okay. You sling this shot off towards it. The shot is aimed directly at that stone mask. Roll the damage. And as you shoot towards the mask, it immediately erupts from the vitality damage, the strategic sorcerer. What is that called?
Strategic repose.
Repose. Shooting forward with a glowing sort of bolt. The mask shatters and the ghostly form quickly wafts away. Give yourselves 30 experience points for that encounter.
Well, that solves that, but now we're left with the question of what they're doing back in town.
You did it. Thank you. If that thing got to me, I wouldn't be surviving those strikes. It is greatly appreciated.
I almost didn't. Ooh. Let my guard down.
It's a shame we just couldn't figure out what was going on, though.
People have been still talking about strange things happening around town. But nobody knows why. I thought, or many of us actually thought it was because of what was going on at the monastery and all of that. But since you've dealt with it, what else could be the cause of these hauntings? No matter.
I can't think of anything right offhand. There must be more for us to learn.
Perhaps there is, but now that people know I'm safe, I think they'll feel better about all this. You guys gain 1 hope point and 1 Northridge reputation.
What would Shugo know about ghosts?
Shugo knows a little bit about ghosts. Why? What in particular are you asking about?
I actually don't know. He's probably fine.
Okay. Well, thank you again. And, well, I think it's time for rest. I'm tired after all this.
Thank
So
you for
tired.
dinner as well, by the way.
Of course. It's the least I can do for a guest, or guests of honor especially. I'll leave you to it. You can investigate if you wish, but I don't think there's much else to discover here. See, it's inside.
The ghost's like form just completely dissipate.
Yes, the stone mask broken is all that remains on the floor.
Is it still shaped like Yuga's face?
It seems to, as soon as it was destroyed, revert back to that faceless mask of an unknown person, a forgotten person.
I wonder if there's any kind of spells or rituals that could look into this ghost's past.
Just hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, my Discord was
Okay.
not functioning for a few moments, so
Mhm.
I didn't hear if you responded to me.
That's alright. Yuga, if you want to set up a little ritual here, I would have you roll a religion check. Like overnight
Yeah.
standing vigil for this lost soul.
26.
There is, as you're watching over, just standing vigil, hoping that the soul finds its way somehow to the boneyard, you have just a singular flash of something. Red smoke. That's all.
Red smoke. Why does that sound familiar?
Roll me another religion.
27.
It is often used in exorcisms.
I see.
But that's all you can figure out here. I assume you guys head home for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's really that late, then yeah.
Hmm.
But I'll definitely be going to the temple tomorrow.
Okay. So, the next day arrives. Once more, you have another week of downtime. Choose how you wish to use it. You can write it in chat if you wish as well. Just to make things easy.
I will do crafting check to help with the fishnets.
Alright. Pro crafting.
And weaving applies.
Mm-hmm. I believe that is a success. Should go roll yours. The bonus to security there.
I think he
Bells.
was helping the fishnets, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, sure. We can make that. We can make that food easily. And Shugo, with you lifting and moving things around with such ease, it is once again very easy to reconstruct much of the village here. In fact, you've helped out so much that you can give yourselves 40 experience points. You've learned a lot helping out in the town. Okay, Nick, or Leodon, go ahead.
Alrighty. Nature.
17. Not a critical. Definitely helps. Every little bit. And that leaves Yuga.
Okay. I'm just trying to get caught up in my notes. Sorry.
No problem.
I had accidentally hit the refresh button.
Mm-hmm.
And oof, that takes a while sometimes. Okay, did I get the sense that this ghost might come back, if not like dealt with more permanently?
You don't get the sense of that with that ghost, no. You're pretty sure it won't come back.
Okay. Then looking where we are, I shall keep on with the food stuff then. That sounds good. Put it farming there in chat. Updated, there we go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I'm ready.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Not
This
heroic
time-
enough. I want to be more heroic.
Okay, sure.
This is important.
It is.
It is, actually. And with that, you're able to help around with the farms every so often, sort of getting back to your roots here and there. Food goes up to 12, which gives you guys another 40 experience points. Pretty balanced, pretty, well sated, though there's still much that could be done. Yet over the week, you guys, doing your work, you, start to hear, again, more rumors about hauntings here and there. Oh, you know, this book moved, or this statue sort of had glowing eyes in the night. A lot of small things that seemed like just, you know, townsfolk's tales. But they're happening more frequently as well. It seems like a lot of people are like saying, yeah, there was something weird that happened last night, or I had the weird dreams, or this and that. But the most interesting of all of them is a man who approaches you all on the next sort of Tuesday. His name, a fisherman, one that maybe Baozin is a little bit familiar with. A man by the name of Go. He's shaken, and as he approaches, he's visibly like shaking. His eyes look darting here and there, particularly towards the canal as he walks by it. There you are. I need your help. I'm sorry. I know you're so busy, but I can't do any fishing anymore.
We have to do something.
There's hands in the water. They're grabbing my ankles whenever I go ashore.
They're back?
Back?
Anyway, tell us everything.
Yes, it's... I'm sure it's my brother. My brother's spirit returned to Willowshore to carry me away for letting him drown all those years ago. It was my fault. I was... My parents, they left me to take care of him while they were going to the market. I snuck away to play with my friends. I thought he was fine at his age. But he played too deeply in the water, got stuck in the mud, and Nobody was there in time to save him. He drowned decades ago. But I still carry it with me, and now he's back to carry me away. He's now strong enough for some reason that he's come for me. It's all my fault. It's all my fault. I'm so ashamed.
Where?
Do you remember anything of... It was so long ago, but... What about anything that your brother maybe cherished?
It was so long ago. Any items, any place, it was decades ago. 30 years, I think, at this point.
I just wonder if maybe we could use something to show that you're thinking of him, you remember him, that you're sorry. Maybe that'll help us to get through.
As you guys are watching him, everyone make a perception check.
Visual?
Yes.
+1 for hauntings?
Yep. So,
35.
Yuga. I mean, you all realize that it might even just be Go's own shame that is causing the haunt. That much psychic energy,
That's what I was thinking.
that much unleashed, must be why. But, Yuga, you specifically, and actually, Baozin notices this as well, if you were able to, bring Go to the river and allow the haunt to start grabbing at him, and then make sure that Go calms down, that he stops being so ashamed of it, even while the haunt is in front of him, you believe that the haunt will abate, that it will simply wash away into the rivers. Without the source, of course, the psychic source being his shame, active anymore. What?
That's cool.
Are you going to use your magic? Can you kill the thing? Send it where it belongs? I can't bear it anymore.
I believe I could use my magic to help if we did it tomorrow. Otherwise, we could try to face it head on today.
If we must, if I have to be there to lure it or whatever, sure, but it's going to drown me. He's going to drown me. He's going to bring me down with him. Because of what I did.
I don't think he's actually going to drown you. And in fact, if we were to do this tomorrow, instead of now, I could even make sure that he could not drown you. And you could face him yourself.
If I could face him safely, maybe I could. I don't know. I don't know what I could do.
I'd be there with you.
Okay. You're the most learned person I know here. Yes, we can do this tomorrow. Meet me by the fishing docks to the east of town. You'll find me there.
Sounds good.
And for the purpose of it, we're just going to skip a day and meet him there. To arrive on the shoreline here, it's about midday, noontime. Boats have been hefted up onto shore here, and fish are drying off. Much thanks to some of your efforts, especially Baozin's nets, you see, quite a few strewn about the place. And I finally get to use some of my new maps, yay, because I caught up. Cough cough, couple DM. Patreon. But yes, Go sort of is waiting there alongside one of the boats, sitting there. He gets up when you arrive. Well, today's the day. You said you were going to do something to prevent me from drowning.
Absolutely.
What could you possibly do?
Well, you haven't drowned yet, have you?
No!
No,
I've prepared some
doing a great
precautions that will allow us to face the water safely. At least for an hour.
Oh, well. Then, cast it upon me. I've never had any spell cast on me. Maybe once.
These ones are actually fairly enjoyable. I think you'll like this. I have water walk that I can use, as well as an underwater breathing. So the water walk to allow us to remain at the surface. I mean, it's possible. There's always the risk that you could maybe get pulled through, but you wouldn't just fall through. The water breathing to prevent you from drowning if something were to happen. And then, well, you would have plenty of time to get out.
I will be here to help you get out if you need to.
Okay. Alright, cast whatever you need to cast. I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Cool. So as a 4th level water walk, it can affect as many of us as I want. It's an hour. And as a 4th level water breathing, it's going to last all day long.
Okay. Well prepared.
We have time.
He's safe. We've won.
we can just focus on conquering this fear together. He will not be alone.
Right. Well, I
don't know.
feel safe enough. They're both brothers. He starts wading towards the water and sort of steps on top of it. Oh, this isn't so bad. As soon as he gets out to maybe 5 foot of depth, immediately, these hands, these small sort of adolescent's hands reach up around his ankles and try to pull him under the water. See, it's here. He's here.
It's okay.
Oh, brother,
it's okay.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. Roll me a diplomacy check as he starts to panic. It wasn't my fault. I thought you were safe. I thought other townsfolk were taking care of you. With all the spells you have cast, there will also be a bonus to this. With his panic, you place a hand on his shoulder. And he's able to calm down and look down and at the shadowy figure grabbing a hold of him, realizing that it can't bring him underwater with the spells you've cast. Even if it could, he could still breathe within it. And it gives him time to truly explain that he is terribly sorry, that without panic, without fear, but more solemn acceptance, life has gone on without you, brother. We're all still here. And you don't have to live through this terror that the town has had for these past few months. Maybe you're already in the boneyard, maybe this is only a fragment of you, but I know you're still listening. Go on now. Go on. Go to a better place. And let my mind, let me let you go. Let go of me too. For a moment, the struggling of the hands stops, and then they let go, sort of sinking through the water. The shadowy shape sort of lingering underneath the water before just evaporating away. I think he's gone. The water's there, not attacking me anymore. I think I'm safe now.
I think you're safe too. I'm glad you were able to face your brother again. It's not healthy for any of us to hold on to that kind of guilt for that long. It does things to us.
Yes, I carried it for so long. I didn't even realize it was still pounding in my head. But now that I've faced it head on with you, I feel relieved of the burden. Finally, after all these years, I can be just a little bit more at peace, I think. Thank you. Thank you for what you've done. For all of us.
I'm just so happy that we could help.
Of course. I'm going to go and rest. As he sort of heads away, you all feel that dealing with another terrifying haunt, one that was spreading panic through the townsfolk, is, well, helping the hope of the population. That gives you another hope point.
That was cool.
And so, things are quiet, though, yes, again, you are hearing about these little, strange hauntings here and there. Nothing that you can act upon, though.
It does feel good to help the townsfolk, though. That is for sure.
Mm-hmm. Now,
If you all ever want to go diving sometime, let me know in advance, and maybe I can plan a trip.
That does sound nice.
with that, you guys have another week to focus on whatever food of security you wish to do.
I think I'm gonna do the net crafting again to help with food.
Okay.
We've all just kind of fallen into our rhythm here of what we're good at.
Yeah,
It's working.
it certainly is.
I say as
Well,
Fair point.
mm,
No.
at least a regular failure. But yeah, you can all roll your checks for this.
I've looked through the divine spell list so many times trying to find something that could help with farming and stuff. No, it's probably all divine if there is anything, or primal if there is anything like that at all. So
Probably.
sad.
But Leodon, with your food stuff, that succeeds. You're helping around with the tea, of course. Hugo, that succeeds as well. 14, and Shugo, you're helping sort of put together all of it. All the buildings and such. So, helps with security, building up sort of the buildings, making sure they're sturdy and all that for the winter time. Okay, another week easily passes. And it is on this week that, as you guys are going about your day during the week, all of a sudden, maybe as you guys are doing your own things, you start to hear shouting sort of far away. And as you look in that direction, you start to see billowing black smoke. And as the smoke billows into the air, actually, let me do this one. As the smoke billows into the air, people are rushing down the street yelling, "Fire! Fire! Stable's on fire! Bring water! Quickly! Bring your ships! Ferry the water forward, whatever you can! We need help!"
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I assume you all desperately sort of gather up and rush towards the stables.
Of course.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
And as you round the corner of old Matsuki's estate, he's standing outside of it. God damn it! How many times are they going to lose the stables on us? You rush by and are met with the billowing inferno that has taken up most of the stable house, the house where all of the horses and cattle are kept. There are some workers that are desperately fighting through the fire to try to bring more of the cattle out. Others are trying to pail water towards it. There's a daisy chain that's been made from the Saba River all the way over as everyone in town works together to try to put out the fire. But there's more that you guys, of course, could do for this situation as it presents itself before you. So, what are you guys doing in particular?
Well, if they could wait wait a day. I'm just kidding.
Creatively, what are each of you doing? Using any of your skills, any of your abilities, any of your spells, anything like that?
So the whole building is burning. Like, there's a lot of fire.
Yes, there is a lot of fire.
I have a weird idea.
Mm-hmm.
I wanna use like some like alchemy to like make some stuff basically to help extinguish the fire, like
Fire
basically,
foam.
basically like how this frost was that
Mhm.
it like absorbs heat.
Yeah, roll crafting checks for that. That'll be your skill check for this. What is everyone else doing to help?
I think
Are there people trapped in there?
There are people that are desperately fighting for the horses and cattle. Most of them are able to get out of the inferno, but the horses and cattle are still trapped a little bit.
You're pointing this?
Okay. Better roll. Okay. Leodon, you're able to help as much as you can, trying to put out the fire, throwing frost vials in strategic locations to make sure at least it doesn't spread to the rest of the town, into the fields, all of that.
Is there like any big basins around here? Like washing tubs or anything like that?
Yeah, there would be troughs for the horses for, water and such, yeah. There's plenty of it.
Well, I mean, Shugo's gonna try to take one of those and run to the river and fill it with water and try to douse the fire.
Okay. Roll in athletics. You take just a massive trough and carry it on your back out to the water and carry it all the way back.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go with that.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I can do
Okay.
better than that. No, I can't.
Well, we'll take the 25, and the 25 is fine. So you're able to take the trough and dump a whole ton of water onto the fire. It's lowering, but it still needs a little bit more help. And, Balzin, sorry, you said something?
Can I cast spells to nudge fate in our favor to prevent small slip-ups to make sure everyone moves without those small errors?
Yeah, roll in occultism. Oof.
It's one of those days now.
People become suspicious. What are you doing? And don't seem to understand that it's helping here and there. It sort of distracts people a lot. Unfortunately, that is going to be a minus to your progress. In fact, people slow down because of that effort.
Cool. People slowing down, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like we know what my job is going to be. So unfortunately, looking through all my prepared stuff, the only thing that I could potentially do magically is create 2 gallons of water one time. So instead, I think I'm going to have to do my best to be sort of I guess what's the word I'm looking for here? Like a chaperone, leader-ish type person.
Yeah.
Rallying people, making sure people stay on task, coordinate what they can do. I guess diplomacy for this.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, taking charge, taking the lead on this. With that, you're able to sort of get people back into action, helping douse out the fire, and, well, you guys are able to do most of the work, though it's... all of the cattle, all the horses are brought out. It's, the blaze is lowered enough that they can be saved, though some of it spreads onto some nearby fences and damages them just a bit. Nevertheless, it is a moderate success as the fire's controlled and finally put out here. And, with that, of course, Kumsun Chong rushes up to you, the man who's already had so many issues with the stables. Thank the court that you are here again to bail us all out. I don't know how this fire could have started. It's the middle of the damn day. Who has fires? Who has lanterns and torches out? Something else must have happened.
Do you mind if we take a look around?
Let's go right ahead.
Is everybody okay and no casualties?
Maybe some burns here and there and frightened horses, but... And, well, I burnt down stable, burned fences. That's about it, though. Could have been a lot worse. Been engulfed the whole town if we weren't quick enough.
Maybe we can figure out what happened here and how it started.
Just have a look around. The embers are
I
still
will
fresh.
definitely have a look around.
I too shall investigate what started the fire. It's a knocked over lantern or anything more supernatural.
Okay.
Shuga will also kind of sniff around and see if he can detect, like, anybody who's not really familiar that might have been over here, or anything that's, like, off.
Mm-hmm. Roll your perception checks.
Tentatively including scavenger search. Take off 2 points if it will not apply.
Help and look around.
Mine is more scent than looking, I
Mhm.
suppose.
I'm glad I said aid.
Okay. As you all look around, sifting through the charred wreckage here, you eventually turn up an eerie bit of evidence here. Amidst the hottest part of what the inferno was, there's a charred Tengu skeleton.
Oh,
But as you look at them, trying to identify them quickly, you realize it can't be any of your family, at least. There's a mark of crime etched into their skull. And,
wow,
well,
that's weird.
and you also notice their head, well, the skeleton and the, like, spine, the neck was crushed by a heavy blade, it seems. Severed, in fact. Even though the skull and skeleton themselves lie in place intact.
Are there other Tengu families in this town?
Roll a Willowshore lore. You do remember something. You recall a short-lived reign of terror of an arsonist named Nin Nok. Before, well, she was captured and executed for her crimes. She was beheaded, and mark of crime was etched onto her skull to indicate her punishment in the afterlife, before she was buried in an unmarked grave in the bones of the forgotten northwest of town. Not, maybe a distant relative of yours, but, maybe your family doesn't talk about it.
Unbelievable. So even those who were executed are sometimes now just waking up and going back to what they were doing. That's amazing. I wonder if I should go to that grave. And if I did, what would I do other than pray for her soul? I suppose it's worth looking at it at the very least, see if it's messed up.
Mayhaps. You all head up to the bones of the Forgotten?
I'd like to do that, yeah.
Yeah, let's head up there.
Okay. At the very northwest of town, far from any home, the people of Willowshore, well, dump those who have been executed off in a, sort of shallow dug graves here and there. Not a pit, but, graves here and there, unmarked. Though, recently, and this is also in, like, sort of recent memory, like a few years, a few wooden posts have been erected, and paper shurikens hang off them, seemingly in silent protest that the ones buried beneath might have died an unjust death. Or perhaps an attempt to stave off the rise of bitter, vengeful ghosts. Nevertheless, it has become overgrown and unkept as this practice has not happened too often recently. As you look around, though, at the many graves unmarked and marked, you do find one that seems to have been dug through. On closer inspection, just the way the dirt is piled, it seems as though it was dug up from within.
So if anybody had awoken her, it wasn't through digging or exhuming the grave. Oh boy, she dug herself up. Of course she did. Well, why wouldn't they just dig themselves up these days? This is a thing that dead people do now. This is our life.
Seems so.
I wonder if we can find anything that might give a hint as to why or how Yuga is just...
You look around,
He's not having a good time today.
and there's just no sign of any ritual being cast or any other influence. It just seems like it dug itself out of the grave and then set the barn on fire. That's it. There's nothing else to it, at least for now.
I'm concerned this will keep happening.
I
Find the body,
may need
put it in a
to
marked grave.
spend time and resources anointing these grounds, perhaps.
Sorry, Bozin, you were saying something?
Maybe we should find the body and put it in a proper grave so it can rest and stop setting fires.
Perhaps. Bozin, I think it's your noise gates. Like, it's cutting off anything that gets really low. Or maybe it's really high, I'm not sure, but check your sound settings. Like, maybe on Discord there's, like, something that's, like, noise gating it.
Yeah, I'll check that.
Mm-hmm. Because you sound fine when you, like, enunciate very well, but as soon as you get quiet, it gets really quiet. Like, it's lowering the volume even further. But,
Okay.
mhm.
How about?
Nope, it still goes down when you got quieter.
Oh boy. Okay.
We'll figure it out for next time, but, just an added note there.
We are very sorry if/when we're talking over you. Very sorry.
No, I understand.
Mm-hmm. Nevertheless, as you guys return to town, it is about getting to the final month of Neth. The month, of course, of Nethys. On this month, you have only 4 weeks until winter arrives. You keep that in mind as you continue onwards. For now, though, we're going to end the session here. I think it's a good enough spot. Mm-hmm. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's session.
I did.
I did. It was great.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Of course, we get back to the town. It gets a little bit quieter, a little bit easier, a little bit, that sort of thing. Not as exciting, but still important. You're still defending the town, protecting its people, meeting them, learning about them, all of that. The people that you meet do matter, by the way. Keep it in mind. All of this does eventually, or rather, end up mattering in one way or another. Either way, though, that's where we're going to end tonight's session. And if you like those maps I used today, both the backyard and the river one are some of my new maps that I just came out with. Patreon.com/KoboldDM. I make supplemental maps for Kingmaker, Outlaws, and Season of Ghosts now. I am thinking about going back to Kingmaker to revamp some of the early maps I made, because my skills have improved a lot in these 2 years. So, yes, I would like to do like a remaster of my own maps. Either way, though, that's coming up. Yuga, you stream.
Yeah. Hi, folks. I am Chris Kobold, the player of Yuga, not the other way around. And I do stream at Twitch at Captain_Kobold on Wednesdays and Saturdays at 6 p.m. Central, mostly aquatic themed games. So come by sometime. It'll be fun.
Okay. That being said, hope you all had a good time. We are signing off.